Hey everybody, my name is Esther and I have Parkinson's disease. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit the follow. So I've talked a lot about my physical symptoms with Parkinson's and my tremor and stuff like that, but I haven't really talked about what's been going on in my mind. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking like, well, it's a brain disease, so probably not good things. But it's crazy to kind of be aware that your brain is not working the way that it used to while it's not working the way that it used to. I thought it would be more sudden or that you wouldn't be aware of it, right? Like you would just start forgetting things, but you wouldn't remember that you forgot them, so it wouldn't be a big deal. But for me, and again, I can only speak for myself, it's been a lot different than what I thought it would be. So I've mentioned before that one of the first things I noticed cognitively was I lost the ability to remember people's names. And even that, it's like something that happens so slowly over time, and your brain is really good about compensating for stuff, right? So you find little workarounds. I used to try and do those tricks that they teach you, like when you take socializing classes and stuff, like when you meet somebody, repeat their name back to them and stuff like that, right? Or sometimes I would take like little pictures of people and then attach them to my contacts so I could go back and like have a face. Things like that. But over time, it kind of becomes to where you can't just really work around it. And so what I've been doing now is just telling people when I go places like, hey, I have Parkinson's now and I'm not going to remember your name. Like, it's nothing personal. It took me a while to get there, but now that I'm there, like, it just is what it is, and everybody's been really cool about it, so it's not that big of a deal as I thought it would be. I also have noticed though, and this has been again like for a couple of years, that there's something going on with my brain's ability to do certain tasks or want to do certain tasks. And the more that I think about it, it makes a lot of sense when it comes back to what our underlying problem is, a lack of dopamine. So I am extremely unmotivated to do tedious tasks, routine tasks. Things that are like big picture things, I don't struggle with. But things like, oh, there's a hummingbird. Yeah, that sums up my brain. Yeah, so let's say I've mentioned before, like checking my mail, checking my email, cooking, doing things like in a spreadsheet that I used to actually like, that used to be kind of almost meditative to me, are now things that I dread, and I put them off. But this is the kicker. I put them off, but I've also very much lost my sense of time. This crept up on me too. So let's say I would be like, okay, I don't want to check the mail today, like I'll check it tomorrow. And then tomorrow becomes the next day and the next day. And it used to be like I would be like that and maybe I would put it off for a week. But now I go check the mail and I've got mail in there from a month ago or 2 months ago. Like the time just slips by. And in my brain, it seems like I just did this yesterday, right? But I'm losing that concept of time. And so now that I'm home and I don't have to work, I've been creating like a lot of lists and checklists and reminders to sort of cue me on how that, okay, you have to do this at least once a week. You have to do this at least every other day, because I know my brain's perception of time is different. Just like I have to push myself to do these, what I consider kind of tedious things that normally would have been very routine to me. So I have to force myself to fold the laundry and do this budget spreadsheet and all of those little things. Otherwise, they will get away from me, and that's not good. So that's what my cognitive issues look like. I don't know if other people are experiencing this, but I just thought I'd share because I know people don't like to talk about it, and I know that it's different for everybody. But anyway, I hope this helps.